a bit.
Oh yeah, so I would imagine it would be at the moment.
We took quite enough room to get through here, isn't there? They're pushed over a bit more.
Don't want to stand in the way of the beer delivery.
That's right, yeah, I thought they were sort of...
I expect these old chaps on the right here want a beer when they finish eating, you know.
I know, they don't seem
I didn't know, I started, yeah, it's taken a long time to get started. I thought it was the beginners thing.
very quickly or regularly.
Can't come to my house there, can't go out for days, can they? In the house.
Well, at this time we could. Now they've opened it up this side now.
What's this game now, didn't he? It's worse than Tintern Mill. What's that place? It's their garage.
Got to come through cars.
They even got, what do you call it, on there? You know, they've always got their garage.
Rightio, good morning, there we are.
Good morning.
Got out of there.
You went somewhere?
Oh, I'll get back in later because they'll be moving further down the road, so it's alright. I had a word with one of the chaps this morning on his mower, and I said I did think about coming across the fairways yesterday to get back in because it was a bit tight, and he said I'm glad you didn't.
So we'll be able to see that entrance, which you were wondering.
Right, so today, well, we've got a bit to do today. So we're going to head on down to Tintern Mill. There you are. I think you're having tea and coffee and that before we go on our tour, I think.
Is that provided, is it? The coffee? No.
So what we could have done is walked.
What is it? We're going to tea and coffee.
Please arrive by 10:30 for tea and coffee and biscuits before guide jumps
Yeah, let's put on.
for a coach tour. Another one.
Obviously have to pay for that.
I'll be told by a woman this morning where I'm going apparently.
Come a bit hard, isn't it?
Oh, it's like being at home, and she always tells me where to go. Yeah, I do listen. I'm just going to pause here for a minute and read it to you. And then we return to the mill for our buffet lunch. All included in the price. There you go. That's the bit you wanted to know.
Yeah.
And like you say, once we finish there, we're going to head on
Free boat ride.
upstream, and you got your boat ride. And then we're back to the hotel for you to do your packing and get ready for tomorrow.
Oh.
I know, I don't want to lose you all either.
Oh.
I get the violins out later. We get the concerto going.
That's time to recover. That's only us on the coach.
I must admit, at least you can't say you haven't seen any of Colford. You would have seen most of it by the time we finish.
I can't choose this.
Travelling down beside the river, but trees are masking it from us. Unfortunately, that's rather pretty for the few gaps I've seen. There's too many trees spoiling the view. That's quite that little rapids there. But we can't see them from the other side. There's a more open section coming. Oh, I can't see it. for the reflections in the glass. Gonna go over a bridge, but like I would anyway. So many reflections.
Oh, like you say, we're just about to cross the River Wye. And what I want you to do is when I just get to the start of the bridge, if you could all jump up in the air. Well, because this is an 18-ton maximum weight bridge and I'm 18 and a half.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is scary.
Not a good idea, just don't.
Wow.
Hey, we're not in it. Look, we got
Oh, we
the
made
big
it! Hooray! We made it.
You put the front of your camper van over the white line.
I think we've
I got
driven,
confidence.
driven over that bridge in the years gone by.
Yeah.
So you're alright, we're over it. You've got to go back that way.
The river's over on our left now, but a bit more remote from us now.
I'm going to be generous and let all these cars past.
London, isn't it?
Oh, Landogo.
Landogo, something. Landogo.
That's the blind toilet.
It's alright because I've got to do a manoeuvre on the main road in a minute, so don't want too many people watching.
Certainly goes up into the hills there, doesn't it? Gosh.
Yeah. I think it is the sort of Tintern place. I remember that. Yeah, I think it does really go up. I remember it. I don't want to walk up any of these hills.
Ah.
It's hills for everything. Yeah, low down places. Just chapels. It was obviously. Smart centre now.
Yeah. the moment. There we go. And advertised an old station. I think on the right. I've got a feeling it's having been there many years ago. It's no track or anything. It's just the remains of a building, and they've got a cafe in there. Whether we'll see it through the trees, I don't know. Right now over the road now with that road out.
I'm not doing anything. I don't do that.
Oh, I've got to park their cars. He's getting in out the way. No, I didn't actually see the old station. Covered in by trees, I suspect. Unless it's further on.
Old stations in there.
Down there, down that way.
Well, the next turn lane down there.
Yeah. Well, I won't get much of a glimpse of it.
Old station, Tintern.
Nope, can't see a thing really of it. Road's opening up now.
And there was a station building.
No, I think it was this bit of the river down here. Do you remember when we had our
Man outstanding in this film.
first dog Simba? We went exploring down by the river banks here.
Simba?
We got covered in mud,
No, I can't remember any of that.
and she had to get back into our relatively new car,
No.
covered in mud.
I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, there's a pretty inn over there.
Pretty, isn't it? Been it was a all the plain baskets, they were lovely this year. Let's put a box there. Could be one where we are. Nice round here.
Yeah, the river's,
It was like this really.
river's just in over on our left. Get the odd glimpse of it. See it over there?
I don't really remember much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we would have parked up, I think, with Simba. And you can walk right down by the edge of the river here at places.
I don't remember that. Look at that. I think I would remember if you had Simba here.
Pretty sure I'm
Where did we
right.
stay then, for goodness sake?
Oh, we were just touring, we weren't staying
Right.
anywhere. This isn't all that far from Chepstow.
Right,
no,
so we're
really.
into Tintern. You can look over to the left here. You just see the top of the Tintern Abbey.
I don't think we bought Simba here. Oh, we might have Simba. The first dog, wasn't it? Can't remember that at all. That was so long ago.
Yeah. Got a bit of history behind us now, haven't
Big
we?
house.
50 odd years married.
Abbey Mill.
Oh, that's what I mentioned, isn't it?
That's where we're coming.
This is where we're going, somewhere or
We're
other.
having this coffee. Oh, yeah, it's in here. It's in, oh, that's right. I remember all these buildings, some of these buildings. Yeah.
Ah, right.
Go in here, we'll go back in. Go in the back.
Right.
Back in, so that I'll stay here. So that was.
Very pretty, isn't it? Obviously the river's pretty, but
We might go around the other side.
Gonna reverse back in.
Oh, we can do that.
Completely blocking the
You're
road.
probably told to do that by that it's part there now.
Valerie's down there waiting for us. Our guide.
We're having the coffee first. Here. It's good at backing in and stuff, isn't it?
Difficult
to
place.
be. We have to
Difficult,
be good with the coach this size.
difficult place with a big coach.
Everybody out.
Oh, no, you stay seated. It's fine. I'm early.
I'm not allowed to go in until.
Oh, no, not till somebody comes in.
That's fine. Miss me next week.
So I got to pay for it first, probably, before they give you anything.
Oh, there's a man who can.
Oh, he's probably been back in the back, has he?
He wants to get out, I suppose.
Oh, it's pretty down there.
Oh, look, better boat. That's what I want.
Morning, young man. A bit early. Is the kettle boiled? Just go straight back.
I can't get out to the pillar box now.
Oh no.
5 at car park.
Look at this special place.
Go down there.
That'll be
Going down there.
a test of his driving to come back out of there, won't it? Looks as if we're going to get
Right,
out.
let me go and pay in and I shall release you.
Okay. Oh, I can
Well, I know
walk up
what
there to that pillar box.
Probably can't get out. The wind blowing out there this morning, but look at those pennants flying there off the lamppost.
Tell us now what we have to do.
Is the man that knows? Not really. Right then. Over to the left hand side you can see a cafe. If you're near the back of the bus you'll be able to see it. There's a coffee table in there where you can have your coffee and biscuits. Alright? And you can have a little look around here. And then the guide should be here at 11 o'clock.
Right, that's nice.
Alright?
Mm-hmm.
I like these should be's. Okay, so she should be here by about 11. So we'll probably look at about 11:15 back on the coach to leave for our guided tour. And then we will come back and we will have our buffet lunch.
Right, well, we've got one.
And then you will board the coach and we will leave here. What shall I say? Leave here about probably 2:15. And then we'll carry on back up the river to Simmons Yacht where we're going on your boat trip. Alright? So there you are. So back on the coach, 11:15, ladies and gentlemen. And like you say, the cafe is, you can go both ways. You can go round from the front of the coach and around and over the wooden bridge, or you can go to the back of the coach and around. I think both ways go over the wooden bridge, so there you go. Alright? Super duper.
Yeah. Okay.
Not a very big one. Probably
So there might be a waterfall over here. I'm going to have a quick look at the waterfall. Yeah, there is. Don't know where the girl went. Yeah, it says entrance up there, I think I saw somewhere. Oh yes, peeling off the window. Piggy.
Oh, I've seen the wild boar. I haven't seen one yet.
It's not particularly wild yet. Good tempered one. This is very nice.
There's sugar on the table, is there?
On the tables outside,
Okay.
so if you follow the one-way system, you can either sit outside
through there,
or in the
yeah.
coffee shop. Tea or coffee, sir?
Tea, please. Gosh, that's a big teapot.
Certainly is.
Okay, have yourself some milk and there's biscuits.
Coach party queuing up, and we've gone around in a circle. And they're sitting out here for teas and coffees. Seen that symbolic deer down by the entrance left? Very simple, but it is like a deer.
Hang on, if you stand around too much, you don't see half of it.
The water mill here. Not currently in use, and we're not currently rotating. I'd be surprised if it does sometimes. And there is the River Wye over these fences. Yeah, that's where that water we saw when we came in comes out. Some of the cars in the car park. One there with a particularly apt registration. just amazing the pride that the drivers have in the coaches. This one's allocated to our driver. In the break here now, he's cleaning up the tyres. I said, is that a health and safety thing to do with COVID? No, purely to make it look good, he said. Wonderful. I asked him to where these are made, and apparently it's all in Spain these days.
Just say a bit before we... Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Oh, they're all in tune this morning. I'm Val, and I'm your, excuse me, I'm your guide for the rest of the morning. I'm back here for lunch. We're going to do you went out with Bob, my colleague, yesterday and did the forest. Yeah. Today we're going to concentrate on the Wye Valley. Up to Monmouth, I know you've been there, up on the edge of the forest, down into the Wye Valley again, and then we're doing a figure of 8 actually to bring us back to Tintern in time for lunch. Okay, although some of the roads will be familiar, hopefully we'll point out some things that you didn't know about. But it looks, don't tell anybody, but we might just avoid the rain. The river on our right, the River Wye, is a triple SI from its source to its mouth. But actually, if you've been watching television recently, there's been a lot of news about the fact that it isn't quite as pristine as it used to be. The other thing to note here is that it's tidal, and it's tidal a long way up, and of course the road we're travelling on wasn't here until 1828, so the river was the motorway of history. Everything came into this valley and out using the river. Later on, as we come back for lunch, we're actually going to follow the ridgeway on the top of the bank to our left, which provided a much safer, drier way to travel in the winter months. So this road dates back to about 1828 when they opened it, and it made a huge difference because it meant all the traffic that had been carried by river was then carried by horse and cart and so on along the road. We're just coming up on the left hand side is Tintern Parvo vineyard, and the monks actually had vineyards here when they were here, and this modern vineyard has a great variety of grapes and has won a number of awards. It's not sort of the price you pay in Aldi or Lidl. It's just up here on that track on the left hand side, but nevertheless very nice wines. Of course, we're in Wales this side. The boundary between England and Wales, have you got your passports? As soon as we go over the other side, we're in Gloucestershire. The boundary between England and Wales follows the Wye for quite a bit of its length, but it's a beautiful bridge, and standing on there is a really good place to see kingfishers. Done that a number of times. So we're going to stick with the valley. Did you come down this way or down there? Yes. And so the railway continues up the other side of the river at the moment.
The old one that no longer exists.
We are actually back in England. There's just a bit that comes down to here, and so most of Redbrook is in England, but once we leave the village we're back in Wales again. A very strange anomaly. Off to our left is the railway bridge that brought the railway across into Redbrook, and it now follows this side of the bank of the river.